Yokoso everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Simpai podcast. Simping ain't easy, but somebody's gotta do it. And today we will be reviewing our anime series. And we have one standing rule when we're doing these reviews, and that is if you have not watched the anime, exit out of the video. We can't handle it, you can't handle it, you're gonna hate us. Your homework would be to go in, log into Crunchyroll, watch your anime, go back to the video, and in which case, we can do our review from there. But as always, leave a like, subscribe, Jana. Yokoso, and welcome to another episode of the Simpai podcast. Simping ain't easy, but somebody's gotta do it. It's your boy, Derek. Boss, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Beej, glad you can make it today.
Always a pleasure, my friends.
And today we are going to talk about Hunter x Hunter. We're going to do a Hunter x Hunter review. It is my favorite anime of all time.
We haven't done it.
I know, but you know, because I gotta compose myself. We're gonna get a little too technical, so we're gonna make it fun, because that's all I care about for this anime. But first off, we gotta talk about Demon Slayer. Did you see the episode 1 movie for this the Swordsmith arc has made $2.5 million on opening night last night in Japan. It's like a movie, kind of how they did for Mugen Train, where they make a slash movie episode.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
So it's only in Japan, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, only in Japan.
Yeah.
Came out last night, 2.5 million they grossed on day one. This shit's going to be fire.
Can I stream it somewhere? Like
On the high seas, my friend.
Yeah, look, man. I mean, we may have to do some sketchy shit to see it.
But
I will pay my money to go see that shit, because, look, Mitsuri makes me feel some things that, you know, the anime we about to talk about really doesn't do. You know, but like...
True.
I disagree.
Really now?
Well, just on that one. But
Okay. Well, shit. I can't wait for Mitsuri. At Matsuri.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good little festival thing. But let's talk about Hunter x Hunter. And it ain't the Senpai podcast unless we talk about who we simp for before we break any goddamn thing down. Who do we simp for in this anime? Yeah, look, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a hard ask. I'll go with mine because, you know, I've had time to think. Menchi.
Is that
the gourmet hunter.
Yeah, that was mine. She was the first person that came to my mind.
This is the only thing I can think of, bro. And she does this little thing where she fucking does that little high leg kick. But she fails everybody in the hunter exam.
I remember her hair. That's all I remember.
Oh, you only saw the hair? I saw something else. I saw some things.
I'm a man of principles.
Oh,
so.
okay. Gotcha. Beej. Who did you have in there, man?
I'm a fan of
I think I know.
of Murasaki from the Phantom Troupe.
Shizuku?
A vacuum.
Oh, yeah, she's a cool. Oh yeah.
What are you saying in that, man?
What are you looking at?
What are you looking at there?
I'm looking at everything. What are y'all looking at? Because
You just seen the vacuum nin power and just hoping that goes somewhere else.
I think that's what you're thinking.
nah, she had that scene, man. Because
she didn't take her clothes
I
off
know
to
I'm
get to
not
the net.
making it. Yeah, I know I'm not
I
making
know what
that
he's
up.
talking about. I know what he's talking about. She just puts a vacuum behind her back, and then, you know, some things are thangin'.
And, I mean, in a show where that doesn't really happen,
True.
it's like, I gotta pick one.
And that's what, hey, I will say this about Hunter x Hunter is that the story doesn't need it.
Oh, no,
You know
not
what I
at all.
mean? To
That's
be,
why.
like, entertaining. So it's one of those that you don't even need fan service. But apparently there's more fan service for the ladies in this show. But, you know, it is what it is. The Hisoka scene, you know. Take a shot. But, you know. But it is what it is. But we got to break down the characters. What makes this anime so special? What about these characters do we like? First off, Gon, you know, he's a main character. I think he's you know.
I have him in my neutral category for main characters.
Yeah.
Like, I like him.
He's not annoying, I'll say.
He's not annoying. Like,
Yeah.
There's annoying and like, okay, I'll put up with you.
God, like Asta level annoying.
No, that's pure annoying.
Yeah.
You know, there's annoying, but you know, you do dope shit from time to time. I'll put up with you.
Yeah.
There's neutral,
True.
and then there's like, I fuck with them, and there's not many main characters in the shonen area that I fuck with.
Okay. I mean, where does he stand for you, Bees? Where's Gon
I
at
love
for you?
Gon. Like, I've always, not from, like, this, because, I mean, like a lot of shows, I didn't know what to expect, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he surprised me in a lot of ways. I guess I just didn't expect him to be just such, like, an just like an innocent soul at first. Like he just wants to find his dad. Like I feel like every time I see a scene from Hunter x Hunter, and it's like an intense one, I'm like, all this happened because this boy is just looking for his dad.
Just trying to find his
like,
pop.
He's just trying to look for Jing.
Is Jing a worse dad than Goku? I mean, we gotta put this into discussion here.
Jing is
Because this man
awful.
doesn't give a fuck.
Jing is terrible.
He just said, go find me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you really want me,
If you can, motherfucker. Like it's like
here's your cousin Mito.
I don't even know what Goku thought was happening when he had sex and had Gohan. I feel like that wasn't part of his.
You don't think he had like a
I
conscious
think
decision
no.
there?
I think Chi coerced him into that.
Well, yeah, because he didn't know what marriage
Yeah.
was.
He was
Off the
asking.
cut.
He asked Vegeta what a kiss was in like Super. So
Oh,
yeah, you don't.
Goku's doing this without a
No,
kiss.
Goku's like, why do you have to kiss her? And he's like, you had a child. Vegeta was like, you had a child. What do you mean you don't want to kiss? He goes, you don't need to kiss. Do that. I'm like, Goku, you a G.
Yeah,
Goku was like, lights on, no kissing.
Yeah, Goku's next level. Jing, he just like, I had a kid. See you later, Gon. You know,
I got shit to do.
I just got other things to do. I'm more interested in other shit. Maybe they're just equally
don't-
bad fathers.
I don't know.
These may be the two worst.
Yeah, I think they're up there. When I think of Goku, when he's like, they could wish him back, and he was like, "Oh, don't wish me back." After the Cell Saga, and he's don't wish me back because I'm a magnet. I'm just gonna stay up here and just fight other dudes. Y'all got it on Earth, all right?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of wild.
I'll give you that.
That was, yeah.
But yeah, as far as dads go, you know, he had a mission. He went to go see the man. He's interesting because I think at first he was painted as the innocent, always happy, but you can see down the line he becomes morally gray, which will eventually just kind of, we'll get to that where we get to that. I think this cast of main four is awesome. So like next up, Killua, right?
Love Killua. I feel like he's universally loved.
He's the dopest dude
Yeah.
in the show to me.
Yeah.
First, he's got white hair. Automatically, you're dope.
Yeah.
What was the point where you fell in love with Killua? What made you think like, man, this dude's gonna be the shit?
Yeah, I think I've always kind of liked him. But the moment I fell in love with him is when he took out the serial killer's heart.
Jones,
Jones,
yeah.
in the Hunter exam. I was like,
I didn't know he was nice like that.
no, I know.
Yeah.
I was
I
like, I thought he was just a kid. You know, I think we heard about his family. I don't remember the details.
He mentions it when they're running in the hallway.
Totally
Yeah.
gone
Yeah.
on the
But
ship.
he was like, I was like, oh, this guy's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was off the cut even before Jones, right? It's when fucking Tompa's going around giving everybody poison drinks and shit. And Killua's like, oh, don't worry about me. Like, I know what you're doing. I'm fine. like, don't even trip.
Oh no, I liked him from there. I liked him
Yeah,
from
I was like,
the beginning.
oh shit. So I'm like, you're fully aware of this shit, and you still trolling his ass. You're like, damn, bro. And I think we go to our third, Kurapika. What are we thinking about our boy, Mr. Revenge himself?
Love Kurapika.
I do too. He's actually my second favorite behind Killua. As far as characters are concerned. Just because, you know, off the cut, we just get the whole Sasuke spiel, you know, just the whole, my one goal is to wipe out a certain set of people. I don't give about jack shit. And the sailor dude's like, you're not gonna live. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. So long as they're not living, I'm good with that. I'm like, and that dude had my heart from that point on.
I think I liked him as like kind of the sound judgment, like a bit older, and then going
He's
and Killua.
smart, you know. Yeah.
Leorio was, I mean, he was maybe 16 at that age, but he's Leorio.
Not too much.
Leorio's, you know, he's diving in head first, jumping in before
Yeah.
even thinking. But I think Kurapika took a second for me to fall in love with him.
Did it take his actual fighting for that to happen? Did it happen after the Hunter exam, or was it during? Because I loved him mid-Hunter exam.
I think I liked him, I enjoyed him, but
Yeah.
before I knew what he was about, like once we saw that,
Yeah.
then I was like, I'm on this side.
Oh, okay. I got you. Beej, where you at with my mans?
Well, so I didn't really hear about him beforehand. I heard about, obviously, Killua.
Gonna kill him.
Because
They're the main crux of the show.
yeah, and like I saw this thing how like Hunter x Hunter is one of those shows where the non-MC steals the show,
Yeah.
which is Killua. But I didn't hear anything about Kurapika,
Yeah.
which I thought was weird after like I found out like how fucking cool this guy was. And,
Yeah.
No, I love a character that just like, it's like you said, it's like a Sasuke thing. It's like I have my goal and nothing's gonna stop me. Like I'm gonna die, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just going balls to the wall for it.
Yeah, he stole my heart because he is the logical one. I don't know. I just felt bad. Like, he was my favorite character until we finally met skateboarding white-haired kid. 3 episodes later. So, like, those were always my top 2. Just going into the show. And I guess the 4th of our main characters. I mean, here we go with Leorio.
We'll say main cast, yeah.
Yeah, Leorio's always on the promotional art. Didn't like the dude at all. Hunter exam arc.
Yeah, he was just loud.
Because he's just carried. He's loud. He's carried.
Useful. Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it's
because there's no way he's Hunter level comparatively.
He shouldn't be a Hunter at all.
Damn.
Look, I'm sorry. No, because look, in the first few episodes, he was like, when they got off the ship, right? He's like, oh, we got to ride on this bus to get to the Hunter exam. He was gonna go. He wasn't gonna be a Hunter. That was it. And Kurapika and Gon were like, nah, we're gonna go this other way, bro. So it's just like, this dude has had multiple breaks throughout the arc. He shouldn't have been a Hunter. He's kind of at Zeppile's level. That's that appraiser. In the middle.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He's around his level, which, you're not a Hunter yet, maybe someday, but I just thought he got carried. But he eventually won my heart later in the show. Just wasn't a big Leorio guy. But what about
I'm with you? I think we're the same. I think loyalty-wise, he's great.
Yeah. He's an OG. He's a loyal friend.
Nah, he's A1 friend.
He is like I feel like he'd be that friend. Like, yo, you gotta chill out. Like, lower the volume down.
Biggest simp of the show, I'd say.
Yeah, shows most personality.
He put the whole group at risk just to feel some titties.
He's 16, man.
I just thought you would have done the same.
I understand.
Oh man,
I understand the reaction to that.
Oh shit, Beach.
That first titty feel is something different. Maybe all remember ours.
Yeah. Yeah. Beach. What makes Leorio so special to you?
So it's like y'all said. I mean, at the beginning, it wasn't anything to write home about. But I guess I have a bit of a recency bias, just because I took a bit of like a break in Hunter x Hunter. So.
Even you had a hiatus.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we all need one from time to time.
I hear you, man.
So Leorio, I mean, I just noticed he wasn't around for like a long time. I was like, damn, like I kind of missed me some Leorio. I guess I didn't realize how much I really liked him until he wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then he came back and was just like, honestly, a better father to Gon Jing ever was.
Essentially,
yeah. So,
and he's the only one who seems to care about Kurapika. He's the only one calling him.
He's
and
calling
shit,
him. He's like,
he's a loyal ass friend.
Yeah.
My whole spiel was when everybody was kind of asking who wants to be a hunter, and he's like, "Oh, I just want to be fucking rich and have women around me, bro. I don't give a shit." And I'm like, "Oh man, you just a shallow motherfucker." And then it turns out like that he's actually, he's like, "Oh fuck, it's because my best friend died and I didn't have the money, and that's why I want money." And I'm like, "Damn, bro, let's do a little bit deeper." But to go on to that, we can't talk about characters. We can't break down characters without talking about Hisoka Moro. Ooh. What do y'all think about the clown, the pedophilia clown that is this man?
He's one of my top 3 characters out of all anime for me.
Of all time.
Personal favorites.
So what takes him there for you?
That's the exact type of character like I would like to be if I had not pedophilia part. in the sense of like, I'm not necessarily evil or good. I'm doing what I want to do. And that's what it's gonna be. So I'm helping out Gon and Killua in the Greed Island arc.
Yeah,
something I can do. Otherwise, I'm trying to kill some people.
This is what you're gonna do.
I want to fight strong people. I'm gonna square up with them.
Oh,
and it's just I like just doing what we want to do. Like, he's not necessarily influenced by others as much.
True.
He's just Hisoka. That's all he's on.
I agree. Beej, where are you at with Hisoka?
I mean, I'm definitely like on this. It's like, again, like the binary scale. If it's 0 to 1, like it's a 1 for Hisoka. Obviously.
Wait, what?
Oh, really? Now?
Oh, well, not in that way, but no, like as far as just like if I fuck with him, and stuff like that, because he's just like an interesting character. Like, I mean, I don't have like a big. It's like I haven't watched that many animes so far, but he's like one of the most interesting characters I think.
He
I've
steals
come
the
across.
screen every time
Yeah.
he's on there. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck,
No, he's got a
Hisoka's
he's got a
on,
presence.
Yeah.
Like, you have to watch. And I haven't seen that many characters do that for being... He's not an antagonist or a protagonist.
Yeah.
He's just
like
he's just there, you know?
yeah, he's an anarchist, and that's just
Essentially.
like, yeah, it's dope because I see him on the screen, and I'm like, oh shit, like I don't know what's about to go down right now. I don't know whose side he's on currently. It's like
Yeah.
the whole Phantom Troupe thing. It's like, what are you doing?
Same shit. It's the same shit. And that's what I think is the fucking strength of Hunter x Hunter, is that most of the characters just do whatever the hell they want. It's not about taking over the world. It's not about any of this, typical shonen stuff.
Fighting evil for...
Yeah, it's not about that. It's just
justice.
everybody has their own interests, and depending on the scenario, they can be on your side for this arc, and they'll be against you on the next arc. It just depends on how. And I'm like, damn. Like, I haven't seen an anime do that before.
No, it's crazy because
So-
if you read out Hisoka's, like, powers,
Yeah.
or his abilities, his techniques...
It's the properties of both rubber and gum.
like, if I read that out to like, if I would describe Goku to someone who doesn't watch anime, oh, he can fly, he can get stronger, get bigger, can throw giant energy blasts.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That guy's strong as fuck.
Yeah.
If I tell you Izuka's powers, and it's
You'd be like, eh.
and you're like, what's the value of that? And I think
Yeah.
I think that was the same way. I was like, this guy, I could feel he's a badass, but it was like, what is that technique? Oh, properties of rubber and gum.
Yeah.
He bodies everybody
With that simple
because
ass
he's so
ability.
smart, and,
Yeah.
and that's part of why I like the show so much. Is the kind of the nin system,
Yeah.
where it's like something's not always stronger than the other. It's like how good you are with your own weapon.
And that's a good natural transition, man. I think the Nen system is probably the most balanced power system in anime.
It's actually my favorite.
Really?
It's my favorite system of where it's like your connection to your power. That's how you develop it. It's like,
And you make your own rules to it to make it stronger, you know?
Yeah.
It's been interesting to me because Tagashi went through a lot of detail on that shit. We're just like, this checks this checks
I feel like
this.
he almost trapped himself because it's so deep.
Yeah,
that it's like
I agree.
that sometimes sometimes it's like you can have an explanation. Oh, because it's nin, and you're like, I have to deal with that
True.
because it's so deep that anything could happen. But
Yeah, I agree with you there. And I don't know, I've only seen that similarly in like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. To me, stands are pretty balanced for the most part. I have never seen a system have that, like, oh, there's a condition. You can't be strong without having 4 or 5 drawbacks type of thing. So it's really interesting to see, but I'd never called it my favorite to me because I don't think it's the most sexy system, right? It's not like Jutsus. It's not like Bankais.
oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I say it's my favorite is for that same reason
It's
where
well written.
yeah, it's literally because when you always think like, oh, what's this person's power? Like the evil person or new character or whatever. I feel like I never feel that even like stronger than in Nin
Yeah.
because it could literally be anything.
That's true. Dude, I've thought about what my Nen ability would be.
I mean, we all know our Nin types. Do you know your Nin type, BJ?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I never
man.
took the quiz.
I don't know what I paint you as. Maybe a conjurer. You're not an emitter. You're not like an Leorio
I always
type.
thought of it as like Izuka's like personality, the way he did it, the way how he
Yeah.
decides it,
Yeah.
and
I'm a transmuter too,
I'm
which
a
is wild.
transmuter.
I've already like mentally made up my Nen power.
Shit, what is it? Elaborate.
So mine, like how Hisoka's would be bungee gum, mine would be like, my Nen would be transmuted into like a laughing gas effect, so you feel like, like happy and shit.
So you're gonna be like the anime Bill Cosby.
Chill out. I didn't say what I was gonna do with my shit. I was just saying we trying to
Bob.
fight.
So you're like kind of low key poison type user, huh?
Kind of, but like when you,
My least
I guess,
favorite.
inhale like my ability, you feel that same aesthetic where you're happy and shit, but you don't feel pain. Is what my Nen ability. I feel like that's what it would be. It's just something simple, but at the same time,
I haven't
effective.
really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
Of what I would use.
I've had the time. But it is what it is. But yeah, I just always thought Nen was just so balanced. It's just so it creates a what if scenario, because you know how we like to prospect who wins in a fight, right? You never fucking know.
Yeah, Nin's rough.
You never know, because it just depends on who. It's like, can Kurapika be X character? It's like, I don't know. Is he in the Phantom Troupe or not? Right. You know what I mean? It makes the world a difference there, and it's just Morel, right? Is he underwater? He's strong as shit in there, bro.
I think the only thing that's unbalanced is if someone's a specialist. I feel like that makes them.
But even that has drawbacks.
I know, but I mean they have heavy drawbacks.
Yeah.
But we only know a couple of them. You know.
Very true. But there's sometimes they're oddly specific. Like Neon, the Fortune Teller, is a specialist ability, right? But it's like, it's not gonna win you a fight. Well, actually, it could, I guess, maybe if you're shit.
If you use it right.
But you know what the most intriguing part to me is the evil group. The fucking Phantom Troupe. The Phantom Troupe is one of my favorites because it's like, again, they just do whatever the hell they want. They don't care about taking over the world. They just want to steal some shit. They want to walk around.
That was the most, like
it just...
So I love it when, like, adversaries can respect each other.
Yeah.
I hate when someone calls someone weak when, like, come on, we know that person's strong. You're not going to just come and call Goku weak, Frieza. Chill out. All right?
Yeah.
But, like, when the Zoldyck, what do you say, Zoldyck or Zoldyck?
Zoldyck.
Okay.
Yeah. Pray continue.
When they were like, the older Zoldicks were like, no, if you take a job for a Phantom Troupe, it's probably not going to be worth it. The money's not worth it.
Yeah.
And that's
crazy. That's respect.
Crazy respect, where it's got to be like, you got to give me dumb money for me to hunt after this dude.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth it, because there's a good chance I die.
And that's like the strongest family in anime.
Yeah.
Oh, not anime, but at least in Hunter x Hunter.
Like, everyone knows
like,
them.
shit, everybody respects the Zoldyck.
You don't think they're going to fear anybody.
Yeah.
But they know, like, this person's strong enough to beat me.
Yeah.
Dog, they have like a mountain.
Just their own mountain. Just off of pure assassinations, bro.
It's just like, if you come up here, you're gonna get dealt.
Bro, the Zoldicks went into that little assassination hire during York New Arc.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, fuck, the Zoldicks are here. Like, this shit's serious.
Let's go, boys.
What do you say? Like, oh, here, like, I'll give you 20% off on your next assassination just because we're in the same trade. And I'm like, bro.
The disrespect. The disrespect.
Because they're like, oh, let's go by code names to hunt down Crollo. I'll be red, you'll be blue. They're like, yeah, we'll just be the
like,
Zoldicks.
nah, I'm just my name is Zeno, dog.
Yeah, like, don't worry about it.
You know my address.
Come find me. Go find me. We got a gate. Good luck opening it.
It's open. Come through.
Bro, they're nasty, bro. But yeah, the Phantom Troupe have been so... It's something about Crollo to me. The man has no goals. And because he has no goals, it's like, what are you thinking? Like, what is your plot here? And I think that's what makes them all special. But the Phantom Troupe, to me, more than any other group, over the Espada, the Akatsuki...
Are they your favorite group?
They're the most well-written group, I'll say. But favorite? Because obviously Akatsuki's swag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would put Akatsuki first, but Phantom Troupe is my second. Ooh, fuck. I don't. That's a different conversation.
It's just for me. It's just that, like, because a lot of groups, the Akatsuki, the Espada do the same shit. Where it's, oh, he was weak. He died. Oh, he was fucking weak. The fucking Phantom Troupe care about each other.
That's true. Yeah,
they're
you're
like,
right.
fuck, man. Like, nah, and they're like crying and shit when one of their members died, which is something no other groups have ever done. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that's a well-written story where they actually care about each other. But at the same time, they'll do amoral shit. They are slaughterers.
I'm with you on that one.
So,
I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, with that, I've always enjoyed it. But who's your favorite Phantom Troupe member? Which one of them just steals, aside from Hisoka, because we already talked about him.
We're not count him because he's not a true member.
True. Who steals the screen for you when he walks on?
I can't remember his name real quick.
Because for me, it's Phaeton.
Damn it, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
love Phaeton.
Huh.
Because he's just one of those dudes who can back his talk.
I mean, yeah.
Like, my dude nasty.
He's definitely an upper tier for them.
Yeah.
I remember when the whole thing that Hisoka wanted to challenge Crollo, and he's like, that was the main goal. And I was like, if Hisoka wants him, this dude gotta be nasty.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
And I mean, the way he acts, the way he talks, the way he just like, he could easily go and try and kill old little girl, the fortune teller, yeah. But he goes and like, I'm not saying seduces her, but like, literally just takes her to dinner.
Her, basically, Puts on a little headband, covers up his tat with his long hair. Now hold on now.
I thought you do. Hear me out.
I know. Because I thought y'all were gonna stop me for a second, but
Hear me out.
he's a zaddy up there, man.
I respect.
No, he's snapping. Let him talk.
Yeah. Let him cook.
I know. I respect the drip.
Yeah. So, Phaeton, Crollo. Who'd you have as your favorite?
I love Crollo, man.
Yeah.
I wish he had a lot more screen time because I just feel like
He just likes to read, bro.
Yeah, we didn't get enough of Crollo, if you ask me. Like,
I agree.
It's like the feeling I had in like the whole thing. I was like, damn, like, are they gonna bring back the troop? Because like I want to see more of the troop. Specifically,
They carry a lot of weight.
Crollo.
I love a lot of their relationships too.
Yeah, they actually fuck with each other, which is more than any other group I've ever seen.
The Nobunaga and Frankie kind of like talking shit and then fighting real quick, and then they're like, oh, they're okay, they're just playing around.
Yeah, they're just fucking around. It's true.
Uvo.
I think the only one I don't like is Sphinx.
Really?
Yeah, because Sphinx, he talks a lot of shit, bro.
He be turning people's necks.
I'm not saying he ain't nasty,
bing.
but this is just, I don't know, man.
I fuck with him.
He talks as if he's like the second strongest.
He does talk.
And I'm like, okay,
but I think he's one of
the
original.
He is one of the original.
I fuck with Finks.
Yeah. I think
because Phaeton respects him. Mm-hmm. And if Phaeton respects you, then you've got to have something,
Yeah, that's true. I think he's more to his powers than his little how many times I can wind my arm thing. Like, maybe that's a side ability.
Yeah, it sounds like a troll ability.
Yeah. This guy, he did that ant dirty.
I'm a Donkey Kong punch you, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Dog, another thing about Crollo I forgot until just now was this fool fought Silva and Xeno Zoldyck.
Bullshitting.
He was just fucking around.
Yeah.
He fought him at the same fucking time and walked away.
What I like about his arrogance is that after the fight, right? After he fucking hired their own family member to kill the Dons, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, hold up. Before y'all leave, who would win in a fight? And Zeno's like, motherfucker, you know who would win. Like, don't fucking troll me right now.
It'd be close if you actually tried to kill me.
Yeah, like,
you noticed?
We get we get that you weren't trying to kill us.
Flirty, little
yeah,
sassy.
It was like, oh,
you noticed?
shit.
Oh, shucks.
He's like, oh, damn. But yeah, bro, that is probably the most well-written group I've seen, just for an evil group in anime. Which takes us down to, I guess, the next aspect of the anime is the music. Where do y'all feel Hunter x Hunter's at with the music? Intro, soundtrack, endings. The intro is a typical Togashi thing. Let's use the same shit over and over, which I think it works for him because it grows on you after a while.
Yeah, I'm with it. Like,
really
I remember
does.
in my head, I used to fast forward, but I remember Kaiju.
Yeah. It's weird to me. It's like the same thing as Smile Bomb was for Yu Yu Hakusho, where you don't like it at first, but eventually...
Nah, that was a bop.
I like Departure. I do like Departure now. It's something with a nostalgia thing for me. Like, I played Departure before I even read the manga, just to start my read. I'm just like, we gotta play the intro here, and then I'll fucking do the whole thing.
It's a different level right there.
Yeah, that's commitment.
No, that's super on brand.
Yeah.
Honestly.
The in-anime soundtrack is iffy to me. I think that's where it can be beat by, like, Bleach.
I don't have a lot of super memorable. I have a lot of, like, kind of intros and songs that were in the show from, like, from the Chimera arc. Because, I mean, a lot of shit went down there. But, yeah, throughout the show, I don't get a lot of, like, tunes that get me going like that.
No, I was actually more annoyed. That fucking the Gon celebration song, the I got annoyed by Hunter Exam. I'm like, I'm tired of hearing this shit over and over. It was too kiddie for me. But yeah, there are certain songs at mid soundtrack, right? Chimera Anarch, Kingdom of Predators is one of my favorite.
It's got a lot of music in that.
Chimera Anarch does very well. And then the Phantom Troupe arc with the, fucking symphony. You gotta love that.
Yeah, Requiem.
Yeah, the musical.
The Requiem. That's
Requiem, that hits in every show.
I think they have two or three songs that hit. The song between Netero and Meryl and that choir song I like, but the rest of them are like, eh. So the soundtrack to me can be beaten by other animes.
I think I remember the song. I don't remember the scene, but the scene when Gon's already exploded going against Pitu.
Oh,
And
yes.
when he gets his arm, that whole scene, I have it saved on my phone.
Really?
I love
you
that
you
scene.
like you like you a sad
I
song.
love that scene.
Yeah.
It's like playing like him. I'm like, oh, god damn it, Kite.
And then Beach, I know you are big on Fear and Loathing Las Vegas.
Yeah, man. Fucking Hunter x Hunter introduced me to my favorite band in the world.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
man.
awesome.
The ones that did ED1, Just Awake. Man, so small story time. I watched the first episode of Hunter x Hunter with Derek,
Yeah.
and this will skip the ending. But so I heard about like 5 seconds of it, or even less probably, and then like
That's all you needed.
Yeah, no. If you would have looked at my face, I was like,
Hold up.
and so like no, the next morning I think I watched it, and I saw the whole thing. I was like, this is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life.
Hunting for
Straight
Your
up.
Huh?
Huh?
Or is it Hunting for Your Dream? What's it called?
No,
the
it's
first one. No, that's the second one. I'm thinking.
Yeah. No, the
Second
first
ending.
one is just called Just Awake.
Just
Do
do
it.
not like that because it's too heavy metal-y
Banger,
for me.
banger.
And
It
I
made
was
me
just like-
want to watch the next episode because I'm
crazy.
like, I mean, if this is the ending of the show, like, I mean, the rest of the show is gonna go unbelievably hard.
Like the only one I really remember is the ending for the Command arc is.
Oh yeah.
The kind of big yell at the start of.
Yeah.
That one.
They start playing
Yeah.
it before the
Yeah.
episode
Yeah.
ends. And it's like, oh, this hits.
Yeah.
Fades
Yeah.
in.
I love that
Yeah.
one. That one always sticks in my head.
Yeah. Is there a certain scene that sticks in your head when they start playing it? Because there's one for me that just hits me
What?
every time. It's when they start playing the song when Meruem walks between Zeno and Netero.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And then they're like, stop, and they're like, you know.
and he's already passed them.
Yeah, and he's like, they just made a massive mistake, and Meruem didn't even care. He's like, this man is truly a monster, and I'm like, fuck. The two strongest humans
that we know.
are scared of him. I'm like, shit, dude. So yeah, that's one of my big moments of the endings. I think I do like that one and Hiyori Tai, which is the
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
that's from the Greed Island ending. I do like.
I have that on my
so-
phone as well.
Yeah, so I like both of those big time. But Bees, were there anything other ones you liked other than?
I actually liked a lot of the endings.
Okay.
I'm kind of traumatized by the one after Kite died. It's like, la 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 la.
Oh, yeah.
la.
Yeah,
Every time
I
I
like that
see
one,
that,
though,
I'm just
too.
like, pain.
that was painful. And I will
Yeah.
add, like, what was y'all's most shocking moment in this show?
Shocking moment.
Like what? Like when the ending started playing and you were just staring at the screen like this, just fucking, just like can't believe what just happened. Because for me, the Kite one hit me heavy. That was probably my
Yeah.
number 2. But the number 1, surprisingly, was Ponzu dying because of how brutal that death was for a character from
Yeah.
the Hunter exam arc, and for this gunhead to kill her the first time, but then to repeatedly shoot her dead corpse over
Yeah.
and over. I was like, "Fuck, bro! Like you're gonna do her like that?"
No, that was
that stuff
wild.
got real.
I was like, "God damn!"
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna get
Also,
that
a little
heavy.
earlier is when it was the beginning of the Ant arc, and like when they were just like drone beetles, like just drone soldiers, and it was the 2 kids, and I was thinking like, oh Jesus, I was thinking,
Yeah, you get a little messy.
Simmer down, my friend.
I was thinking like, oh, these 2 kids, this is Hunter x Hunter. We haven't seen kids go like that at all.
Oh,
I'm
Reina
waiting.
and that
I was
other
waiting
kid, yeah.
for someone to come through.
Deus Ex Machina
And
come
let
save
the
the
kid
day.
save, maybe the guy dies.
Yeah.
And that kid, that little 7-year-old boy,
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, don't touch my shirt." And then got a giant claw just like goes over his head
Yeah.
and takes him out. Just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah,
That kid just got rocked.
I agree. Because I mean, we've seen violence up to
Yeah.
that point, right? But I didn't think
not
to
purely
that point.
indiscriminate violence like that.
Yeah, Command and Arc went on a different level. I guess we'll
Yeah.
tackle that when we get there. Bees, what is your most shocking moment of Hunter x Hunter?
So I'd say Kite, but that got spoiled for me by YouTube. So
Oh, I thought you said you too.
yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't say shit to you. Oh, okay, YouTube.
No.
Sorry, bro.
I mean, the title of the video was like Kite's death. So
Oh,
it's
that
like,
fucking sucks.
it's like, why would you even
I'm
do
sorry,
that,
man.
No, yeah. And so
Because
I
that,
saw.
that actually hits pretty heavy
Yeah.
when Pito.
Oh yeah,
like
no.
petting
Because
his
I
head.
remember
And I'm
watching him like, oh, Kite's. I was like, Kite's gonna be good. Kite's that dude.
I assumed they were gonna zoom back to the fight at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like we are gonna find out. But
Yeah,
like,
no, it was just that one scene, and then
That's one big regret. Never got to see that fight. I would love to see that fight.
I agree.
Even if it was just like,
it seems like he put up a fight.
Yeah.
Like, you put some
She has
scars
scratches
on her.
on her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
to
it's like,
have.
okay, he didn't go down like a bitch.
He's
Like,
too lit to
But like,
not have.
I thought it'd be
Yeah.
a good chance to show the fight because she hasn't had her nin figured out. It's gonna be her
Yeah, she's
purely
just fucking around,
physical
yeah.
abilities.
Yeah.
And we get to see more of Kite's abilities.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
thought I would have loved to do an 8-minute, 10-minute fight.
Yeah.
If
I
that
feel
much.
you, man.
But so, although the kite thing didn't necessarily surprise me, still hit pretty hard.
It does hit. Because up to that point, that's one of the strongest hunters
Yeah,
we've met in the show.
No, I love
We got a
his,
student of Jing. Come on.
Yeah, man, and like his Nen ability, badass. I love.
Yeah, it is.
He has one
and
of
a
the
good-
best abilities.
It's
in
a
the whole
shitty
show.
restraint that he can never pick his weapon.
Yeah,
But
but,
I
like,
guess
it's-
that's why it makes
yeah.
it strong.
Yeah, it's
you know,
always a
just
good
like,
roll.
I
though.
love.
Yeah.
I love.
Well, he
the-
always says it's a bad.
I love the like. Oh damn, bad roll. Kills everybody.
Yeah, this whole yeet
Kills
everyone.
everybody.
What's his favorite roll to you? Is it the scythe?
My favorite roll?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it my favorite just because it's got one move. I mean, it takes everybody out, but
Yeah.
it's dodgeable. You know, if you know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you jump,
Yeah.
like
Jump or duck.
Yeah, he told
It's
the
like
boys
going
to jump,
Killua, just jump.
in like.
I mean,
15
I like that
seconds.
more. I like that one more than the gun. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made the gun work too.
I want to see a list of them. You know,
Well, we only saw 3 rolls.
I know.
Yeah, shit, dude. And yeah, it's a tough part about this show. There's so many like potential fights.
Yeah, it's too many, and I remember rewatching and texting Derek as my Hunter x Hunter encyclopedia. I was like, what's the strength level of these 4 people? Who do you think wins this? Because I just love thinking of the hypotheticals, and it's still too hard to.
This series is full of them, and there's some, and because I got to talk about it on Twitter, it pisses me off every time. They say, "Oh, let the Phantom Troupe have a go against the Royal Guards." I'm like, motherfucker, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your... Bro, I think they will get slaughtered. I think they will get
I think
absolutely...
they'd run through them, honestly.
Yes! Now, I will say that Crollo probably has, he can survive a little bit. Like, he'd have a better shot than, say, Morel did, which he did pretty well against Poof.
But Poof's not really a fighter.
He's not even a fighter. Yeah, he's just more of like I can survive forever on multiple clones.
He's very utility type of.
But I'm thinking about Pito and Yuppie, right? I don't know if the troop can really do well against them.
I think
aside from Phaeton and
his
Crollo.
his whatever was like bust. What's it called again? Like
Rising Sun.
yeah, but it's like all of it's like it's taking damage and it gives it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Phaeton has a chance.
Pain Packers.
Yeah, Pain Packer. I think Phaeton has a better chance against Yuppie than he does against Pito.
Well, because a lot of people complain in the Chimera Ant arc that Hisoka doesn't show up, and I'm like, you don't understand. That man would be erect the whole time, but he'd be a amputated corpse,
Yeah.
bricked up, dead on the ground with Pito cutting his head off.
Like,
bro.
I could see-
There's no way.
I could see Hisoka like fighting a long time with Yuppie because he's just smarter.
Yeah.
He can like prolong the fight and get damage done. With Pito, I don't know.
It was a good thing that Hisoka had no idea about the current
Yeah.
events. Because I think if you put him in the Ant arc, he would have had to die. Because he would have challenged Meruem. Like, bro,
No, like immediately.
Yeah, like, he would be
I
like,
don't
bro.
think so. I think.
Do you think Hisoka would show fear for the first time?
I think Hisoka would have wanted to challenge Meruem. Not Meruem. I meant Netero. One challenge Netero, but immediately switch over to Meruem
yeah.
and then back off. I think
You think he'd finally be like,
I think he's
I ain't
like-
about that life.
I think he'll be like, I would need help or I need a better circumstances.
True. Because he does challenge Netero in the Hunter exam arc.
Yeah. And,
Where-
and Netero laughs it off.
Yeah, which is
'Cause
hilarious.
He's like, the person who don't fight the most is you, and he goes,
He's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. You ain't about that life, bro.
no, I don't
even realize.
Hisoka does not beat Meruem.
No.
He
Not even close.
he can fight with Yuppie, because if
Like you mean, like, give him some scratches
Knuckle
and shit.
if Knuckle is there, fighting around, like
Well, he was invisible.
I know. I think even Hisoka being visible, I think he puts up a fight. Just like
Who do you think's the stronger between Yuppie and Pito?
Pito.
Yuppie seemed like a monster to
He
me,
seems like a
bro.
monster, but it's like
Yeah,
it's
he
not
would, like-
directed towards a lot of stuff. You know, it's I can do so many things, but I don't know what I'm best at.
So you think Pito is the strongest guard?
Yeah, I think Pito has a very clear idea of her strength and her abilities or
Yeah.
his.
I mean, this fool Gon had to. I mean,
Give up everything.
sacrifice
Just
basically everything just to whoop her ass.
Yeah,
And she still slices
He
arm
says the
off.
arm,
Yeah.
but he dominates her.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
He
that was the
dominates her.
ass whooping from start to finish, but
yeah, I think a lot of people think adult Gon would have done Meruem damage. And
that's something I would have liked.
that's
I
an
think-
interesting fight, but I think Meruem's so much smarter than Gon that, like,
Oh, he was
Even with no
all
negative-
emotion
I
and
would love to see that
rage.
fight.
yeah, like, I think Meruem wins that. Because I know Pito was scared of that scenario, but I think Meruem still wins.
I think that's a good matchup. I think Meruem wins.
Yeah.
Me too.
Which is wild to me. A lot of scenarios are like Olomi versus Hisoka, Silva versus Crollo.
I'm still hoping
I think-
we see Illumi versus Hisoka.
They're best friends, bro. Have
like,
you
they
ever seen an
both-
anime where two dudes are just hanging out at a bar, which actually happens in this show?
No, but they both like to scrap, so I feel like
They do have
They teased it for a
I was
second.
like, they do integrate real world stuff into that a lot.
Which again, I'd
Yeah.
never seen that before. Where they're just like, "Hey, Hisoka, you want to have a drink?" They're like, "Oh, fuck, bet." And they're not like killing people at the bar, right? They chilling. I don't know. I've just never seen that kind of flexibility. I'm getting off track. This is gonna happen to me. But anyways, this fucking power system just has a lot of what if scenarios that I'd love to know what the fuck happens. Can Silva beat Crollo the second time? I don't think so.
I
I wish I saw more of Silva.
I don't think
But then,
Silva does.
But the way Silva, I don't think Silva's shown up as, because if he's the head of the family, he's got to be strong as fuck, bro.
Dog, that fool had like a spirit bomb type thing that he used against fucking Crollo.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, it didn't kill Crollo.
I still feel like Zeno's stronger, but I don't know.
Oh, then
Oh no, I
Silva?
think so
Probably.
too.
Yeah.
I
Probably.
think so too. Dog, the old men in this show.
Old men in anime.
Yeah,
they're
there's
always
some
just
general-
fucking
Silva
strong.
seems like an
Around.
absolute monster.
He's
like-
not even the oldest. Maha Zoldyck is even stronger than him, bro.
Wait, hold up. Is that from
That's not Dark Continent. He's there.
whom's just Maha?
Who's Maha's old?
That Zeno's dead. Is still alive.
Where is he at?
Y'all didn't know.
I don't know this.
Oh my god.
I took a hiatus.
Yeah, okay.
I've watched the show
it's
too many
all
times.
good.
I don't know Maha. What-
Oh man, yeah, Maha Zoldyck. That's Netero. He's the same age as Netero.
No, I've never heard of this.
Okay, well, I
Where,
guess
where did you see this?
there's a picture, a family picture, and he's in there. He's like the little tiny old man. And you know when Killua does like the
Okay.
breakdown of like how the
Yeah.
family likes
Yeah,
each other,
okay,
Maha's in there,
You think he's stronger than both of those?
100%.
No
But that's
way!
because of manga reads. So
Okay.
I won't get into that
All right.
for this.
You know, I am reading
But-
the manga right now, but
We go over fight scenarios, but now we gotta rank our arcs in this show. This anime has a lot of good arcs, so it almost feels disrespectful sometimes to put some so low.
I think we should go through them because we were discussing what counts as the arc.
Yeah,
So we have 7 arcs, and from chronological order, it is Hunter Exam, the Zoldyck Retrieval arc, Heaven's Arena, York New City, Greed Island, Chimera Ant, Succession.
yeah.
Okay.
Where are we with our absolute? What's the one arc in
Bottom?
Hunter that you just didn't like?
I mean, for me, it's gotta be Retrieval. It's just the
I agree.
Zoldyck Retrieval
That's what I
arc.
put too.
I think Tagashi, while writing this, was like, "Oh fuck, I don't like this," and just kind of like ended it like 10 episodes in. But even then,
Like, I mean, it's kind of cool. Oh, we get to learn
Yeah.
about Zoldyck's, and that's like his.
we learned the
best
family
friend.
dynamic.
Yeah,
essentially.
like we learned that they different.
Yeah,
Things
very.
How they do, but it had probably the least amount of substance comparatively.
I agree. Especially coming off the first arc, it was just like, know,
Yeah.
I don't know. We had to retrieve this dude immediately.
It was
you know?
definitely. It felt like
Like-
it felt like a break. We're gonna do a quick reset and then get back into real stuff.
Yeah.
It felt like kind of little holdover type of arc.
That was an easy 7 for me too.
Yeah.
Was that on yours as well?
Yeah, no. Well, because I didn't even know that qualified as its own arc.
Technically it was.
I originally wrapped that into York New City.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll see. And,
or not York New, Heaven's Arena.
Yeah. So what is our
Number 6?
Number 6.
Am I going first again?
Yeah.
I gotta do this. Number 6, and I want to preface it. Doesn't mean it's the second. Like,
it's a good ass anime. Everything is good.
I think
not
at this point, I still enjoyed the arcs. At this point,
yeah,
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
My number 6 is the Succession arc.
Wow.
No, me too.
Holy shit.
For me, so it was like 12, 13 episodes.
Yeah.
And I think we just came off the Chimera Ant arc, which was a very long, emotional arc. And this arc is kind of split between trying to get Gon better and then find a replacement for Netero.
Yeah.
And it was like a ton of characters, a ton of information. Absolute ton of information.
Yeah.
And I think my first time going through after the how I felt after the end of the Command Ant arc, like the last episode, going into that, I was like, I don't even feel the same for the show right now. Like, I had to take a break after the Command Ant arc.
Fair, because it's a heavy arc going into a light arc.
And then it was just like, it was hard to care the same amount about the Succession arc, outside of trying to get Gon better.
Yeah. Okay.
I understand with the setup for where it went. I'm okay with that. It's just, for me, it's number 6.
Same reason for you, B?
Yeah, same for me, man. Thinking? Yeah, no, exact same for me. I mean, that's where I took my hiatus because I was like, I don't need to rush through this. It's like, it's like it brought back a bunch of characters from the past, which I appreciated, but at the same time, it was like, how much does this really matter? I mean, like, I know, like, it's gonna matter, of course. Like, it's like, obviously, like, that's an important position, but it's like you said, Foss, like, after the Chimera Ant arc, it was just like, I can't get into this as much. It's like the My Hero thing where they had fucking Overhaul versus Deku, and then they do like a school. The Christmas.
Let's not put it on that level. We're not gonna put it on that level.
Obviously not on that same level, but it reminded me of that. It was. Like,
I want to say one last thing as support to it. My favorite part of the arc had nothing to really do. Actually, no. Excuse me. I think I've watched the show 4 times through. First time, I watched all of it.
Yeah.
Second and third time, I think I skipped the last Succession arc. I just was not interested in watching it. And the 4th time, I decided to give it a full back into it. I really enjoy the kind of like the mental games of it.
Yeah.
But it is tiring of all the mental games.
Sure. But Pariston is such a troll.
He is.
I love it.
I respected that most. It's like out of all the things, it was 6. My favorite part of the arc wasn't even anything to do with the Succession arc. It was Gon and Jing in the tree.
Yeah,
I love that sort of
that ending too.
The reconnection.
Yeah.
If Jing wasn't a part of that, I would have been completely disinterested, most likely.
I can agree with you there. It's not my 6. Mine is actually the Greed Island arc. At 6. Just for me, and again, I think everything 6 up are good to best I've ever seen, right? But it's a good arc compared to other animes, but it's just weak compared to its competition here. I think it's a good training arc. Training isn't it's slower.
We're not Ben.
Yeah. And I think Togashi got overly ambitious making a whole new card game, which is impressive. You know what I mean? But it's like it was too much of a sidetrack coming from York New. So I guess it's the same as y'all. We went from a heavy arc.
But they did that every single time.
Yeah, to the side. It's like on and off. But again, has an amazing moment. Yeah. The dodgeball game is one of the most amazing moments.
It is.
The Gen-through arc was interesting, and it still put a power scale, right? It's like Gon still lost to the bomber in a straight up fight anyways. It had to use, a whole plan and tricks. I just don't understand why Bisky didn't fight him straight up.
I don't know. I really didn't even respect Ginthru all that much. Like, I understand he can place bombs.
Yeah, he was stronger than Gon.
Yeah, but I really did not respect him.
But I feel like Bisky could have squared up on his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel the same.
So it was like there are 2 training arcs in this series, and I think this is the weaker of the 2 training arcs. So that's why I have it at 6.
I agree with you, because at least in my 5 was Greed Island.
Okay.
Because it used to be Greed Island used to be my least favorite arc.
Yeah.
Because But then once again through rewatching, I was like, I respect. It's a training arc, and it was completely different than other training arcs. It was like Jing made that place purely for
just a train.
Yeah. And so I like that. I like how it was completely different. Like that arc could be a show.
Well, all by itself.
And
It was a game.
So I respect that part.
Yeah.
But it was also just like, cool. Can we get back to what we're doing?
Yeah. Agreed. Beach, what did you have at 5?
Dog, I actually have the Hunter exam at 5.
Wow.
Bro.
Again, this is probably recency bias. But
Extreme.
yeah, extreme recency bias. But yeah, I mean, I thought the Hunter exam was cool and shit, but I mean, it's like you said, like it was just like, okay, like when are we gonna get? It's like I know they're gonna be hunters. Yeah. It's like it's like I understand like these things have to happen. So I'm not knocking it like in any way. It's just I have.
Oh yeah, we said yeah. I mean, it could be 5. It doesn't mean 5 means it's bad. It's just like you liked everything so much more.
Yeah, like essentially my 5 to 3 could be interchangeable.
Damn. Oh, okay.
I think.
So why is the Hunter exam so low for you?
Again, it was just like the thing. It's just like this is just something we have to get out of the way.
It's the first arc, the intro arc, type of thing.
So I mean, it may be unfounded, but I have a bit of a bias towards, I'd say, like the first arcs of shows because they're usually not
typically slower.
The best ones.
Okay. My 5 is the Heaven's Arena arc. So again, the other training arc. Again, they're slower, but I just think it's slightly more gratifying because we first get introduced to Nen in this arc, and I was like, "Damn, okay, this is an interesting ass system, and like you can turn it into things." And this is just the basics of Nen, but to see their growth and to see them go from not knowing Nen at all, right, on levels 1, and you went through the testing gate, right? Just push them. It'll get you all the way up to it'll get you all the way up to 200, and then they go up to 200, and these dudes are next level. These are like known Nen users.
Yeah.
And it's just a whole another power system we got used to. So it's because of I love Nen so much that I have it higher than Great Island because I was introduced to it here. And I think it's the first fight between Hisoka and Gon.
That fight is also
an amazing fight for
big
a cat.
peak. A big peak of that arc was
absolutely. Because bro, it's just his whole goal. It wasn't to win. He knew he wasn't gonna beat Hisoka. It's like, can I land a punch on this character is all I care about. And then Hisoka loses his fucking shit doing that. But yeah, that's why it's at my 5. What do you have at 4, Faz?
My 4 is where I started. My 4 and 3 was very difficult for me to figure out. I kept going back and forth. But I think I'm okay with where I ended up. My 4th is the Hunter exam. And I just remember being like episode 3 and just watching the first test instructor just kind of run with his crazy ass run. Yeah. And have gone running, Killua skateboard, and I was like, I fuck with this. I was like, wow, we're starting with the tuning exams? Off rip? That's what I felt like. Yeah. And I was like, I like this. Yeah. I like the feeling of it. And it was different from other they had their own tests. Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed the Hunter exam. That's all. I'll just say that.
Great. Beach, what do you got it for, man?
So 4 for me was the Heaven's Arena arc.
Okay.
And see, that's why I'm saying like, I mean, my 3 to 5 could be interchangeable because they're kind of all in like the same vein in a way. But I just thought it's like I don't know. I liked. It's like you said. I mean, I love the shooting exams in Naruto. Like I like just old school 1-on-1. Like let's just see who can get the best of each other. Yeah. And the whole thing with like the introduction of the Nen system and everything like that. I was like, okay, like I feel like things are finally starting.
It's
to come
weird because people call it a tournament arc, but it's like kinda.
You're calling New Heaven's Arena a tournament arc?
A lot of people do consider that a tournament, and I'm like, it's not a traditional.
It doesn't have a winner.
Yeah, you just kind of fighting.
You just go up.
The goal wasn't to win the. I don't agree with that at all.
A lot of people do, and I just never understood it because they're like, "Oh, it's not a good tournament." I'm like, "Well, it's not what it was meant to be." Arc. Yeah. But I just consider it a second training arc. My 4, and this is my 3 and 4 interchangeable for me. Changed my mind midway. Chairman election arc is where I'll put 4.
Ooh.
The reason why I put it at 4 is because we waited all series to finally meet Jing, and this dude was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was crazy.
This dude is a beast. Intellect. We haven't seen this man fight yet, by the way, but still intellectually, we can already tell as an audience that this dude's a bad.
He wasn't what I expected either.
Exactly.
Like the first episode, like kind of like the lazy sort of
the
thing.
way he just kind of walks up.
Like, it wasn't I was expecting ooh, the boss, one of the most powerful nin users in the show.
Yeah.
But then after a while, they made me love him more. I'm like, I'm a lazy fuck too.
Yeah.
I want to be strong.
Yeah. I don't know. They just encapsulate him and Pariston drive this show to me. This arc. And
I just couldn't even understand Pariston at first. It took me so long.
Yeah, because you don't know what he's after.
Yeah,
you don't know what the man's after. So Pariston intellectually trolls the rest of them.
Such a punchable face, too. Oh
my
God.
man used straight politics. Said, yeah, I'm fine with Leorio winning. Yeah, it's all good.
Because we discussed this.
Wins this, and then turns around and says, I didn't want to win it. I just wanted to prove to you that I could at any time.
Yeah.
Here, have your title.
That made me so angry.
And I'm like, it's just...
I felt so bad for Cheadle, where I was like...
Yeah.
I was like, I know...
Oh, Cheadle was furious.
I would be shaking, knowing I lost and he knew the entire time.
Yeah.
I'd be so upset.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I just thought that intellectually, that side of it makes it worth the wait to finally meet these characters. And it was just our intro to them. On the second side, we have the Illumi and Hisoka trying to stop Killua low-key. And again, it's another scenario, right, where fighting doesn't solve everything. All it took was Killua and Illumi just kind of coming to a mutual agreement, like, hey, we good? He's like, all right, hey, you can handle this chick fine. And they fucking stop. You know what I mean? And I think that's...
I've
never seen that done before.
You bring a good point. I wonder if the timing of the arc is what sways me.
Yeah.
Like...
It's because it's after...
It's after
the
heavy arc. It was a lot of information, and if you were, like, distracted for a little bit, you don't really understand the rules for Aluka. You were like, what is going on?
Ooh, and Hisoka does Goto dirty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm Team Hisoka, so it is what it is. So
Goto put up a good fight for a butler.
Yeah.
No, we'll give it. Like, he was trying.
I think it's one of those things, like when we were listing Bleach captains, where I had Kiriko further down than I would like. It's like it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I've come to respect Succession Arc way more since rewatching it now.
Yeah.
But it's still 6 for me.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's our top 3.
I was struggling with 3 and 4, and I think what finished it was because I have 3 for Heaven's Arena arc.
Yeah.
Purely because I don't know what I was expecting for. I think it was early in my anime watching, so I wasn't like, oh, what's the power system?
Yeah.
I wasn't there yet. So what I thought was like, oh, we're fighting. Everybody's got hands. Izuku's got cards. He's cutting people's throats.
Yeah.
I didn't know. All of a sudden, we put in a power system. Like, oh shit! Like now we got something else. An extra fold.
Yeah.
So we can throw hands, and we can also conjure shit. We can do a whole bunch of different stuff.
Yeah.
And I loved learning about the different stuff.
Yeah.
Like we finally see them. Like they're all fighting 1-on-1, and you see them like lose at first.
Yeah.
You have to see them get better, and it's like old dude with the little what's the top, the little almost like the dreidel.
Oh yeah.
Like I see him and it's like he beats Gon. I'm like, Gon's better than you. I know it is.
Right. Yeah.
It's purely because you've known Nen longer.
Yeah.
And I remember I started by rewatching. All I want to do was rewatch the Gon Izuka fight like a couple months ago, and I started before that and then watched the whole Heaven's Arena arc and all the way through.
Yeah.
And fell back in love with watching the show. So I think that's why I have Heaven's Arena 3.
Okay. Beach.
I actually have Greed Island at 3.
Okay.
I thought it was a nice little. I mean, it like.
Hey, you're allowed to have.
It was just like another side of the coin. It's like, oh shit, like it's like anything is possible in this fucking show.
Hey, trust me, dude. I know a guy who has it at 1.
Ben.
Ben Holtz, you dirty dog.
But yeah, go ahead.
Oh well, so it's just like expanded the world of possibilities in my eyes in Hunter x Hunter. It was like
that Nin is crazy.
Yeah, and it's like this fool fucking made a video game and like people can just hop into it and just like play it. Yeah, and die. Like if you die in Greed Island, like it's a fucking
they
wrap.
low key did sword art better than they did. Like
that's why
they did sword art better than Sword Art Online.
And people consider that the weaker arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
No,
they
they really did Sword Art better. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it went pretty hard. I was like, I mean, this is different than what we've been doing, and like, I feel you on the whole thing. It's like, I mean, this is obviously just like a side quest, type thing. But I thought it was really interesting. It got me engaged just because it was just like I don't know. It switched things up, and I like when
because I
it does
remember.
that.
I remember the first time watching it being upset because it's all about really cards.
Yeah.
Cards can change the game more than Nen can almost.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, I just want Gon and Killua to smack their ass. But
Hold on now.
but they couldn't.
Hey.
And it's like it angered me because I imagine being in a scenario like knowing I could beat you 1-on-1, but we gotta do all these games we gotta play.
Yeah.
Yeah, the variables I think made it very interesting for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
My 3 is the Hunter exam arc. I have it actually interchangeable with chairman election because I think those are flip-flop. But I just give it the higher rank here because it gets you into the show, dude. It's like you said, it's an immediate tuning exams. And it didn't have the powers that came with it initially, which is crazy to me that it can draw you like that. And just, it's like a battle royale. It's like a Fortnite where you're slowly trimming the number down episode by episode. You're getting down to like the elites, right? And
My man's had a fishing rod.
that was his thing, bro, at the time. And it was the first time we showed that this Gon is capable of failure and the show not ending. It threw me for a loop multiple times where, Hisoka.
Yeah,
He was hunting down Hisoka. I'm like, how are you gonna win this, bro?
Because before that, all you see is Hisoka taking out everybody.
Yes.
With minimal ease.
Out of bloodlust, bro.
Just taking people out, and then you feel like, oh, Gon has to take Izuka's? Like, this is not...
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
And because if Gon beats Izuka, I'm probably
You would
upset.
consider an asshole.
I'm upset.
That early in the show, And then, he's like, he actually learns Nen right there and hides his presence on him.
He's got that
Pretty
animalistic,
well.
baby.
Hey, man, he nice
Grew
with
out
it. Fucking successfully steals this man's badge. Even Hisoka shook. Like, oh, fuck? Somebody was hunting me?
Just...
Only for a brother to come out of nowhere and be like...
I was like, son of a bitch!
Yeah, like, you were so focused on one man.
And
I got your ass.
I was like, God, don't do this.
And it was just beautiful. And then Hisoka's like, you owe me. I just killed this motherfucker for you. You're still paralyzed, but...
Take it.
Yeah. I ain't know. Here's your badge, bro.
You earned it. Good job.
Got me. And then I think the last surprising part was when they do that final tournament, right? And in any typical shonen that you watch, right? Naruto upsetting Neji out of nowhere. The main character is going to find a way to make it to the championship. Yeah. And here, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I'm like, okay, well, in this situation, Gon's probably going to go to the ship against Hisoka or against Killua. One of those two. Wrong! He's knocked out in the first fucking round, bro. And he doesn't beat a guy more skilled than him. And
he gets through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like the opposite scenario.
I like it because it really is so cruel.
You haven't seen anything like that before. And I wasn't expecting him to lose straight up. And he just wakes up after everything's over, and I don't know. Like, that set the tone for the whole show, where if you think this shit's gonna be predictable, it isn't. It's gonna go the opposite direction every fucking time, and that set the tone. That's why I said 3. So what's number 2 for you?
Number 2, incredibly strong arc. It's the the Phantom Troupe arc.
Yeah.
That's just...
Whew.
I think that was kind of Hunter x Hunter in its element. Like, in its prime. You got different characters going after different things, but it kind of meets in the middle at some point.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, dope fights, just the situation was great. I don't have anything to say besides the Phantom Troupe arc is incredible.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll match you here, and then we can go for... I already know BJ's result. Yeah. But York News, my number 2. Again, uniqueness. This is not a Gon arc. This is Kurapika's arc.
Kurapika arc.
Wait, like, when does a side character just take in and then you're just like, oh, fuck the other guy? Then he just goes, because I believe that's how it starts, where he's like applying to be a bodyguard or whatever. And just fucking 100% from start to end, just fucking amazing arc, bro. The music, the fights, the Phantom Troupe, fucking Kurapika, who I thought, again, because we don't know about his power, we think he's relatively weak, and we're like, how are you gonna beat Uvo?
Yeah, I think he's weak, but I was like, come on, dog.
Like, you're not nice like that, bro. You're not ready for that.
Yeah, Uvo did some things.
What he did to those shadow beasts?
That I remember.
That's nasty.
He bit a dude's skull off, mind you.
That moment
Oh, shit.
dropped my jaw because I never saw anything. Because he's human. He just turned and just ate half his head.
And then spits a fragment out.
That was wild. That shit was stupid.
Uses Nen to block it, and it's still. I'm like, bro,
no.
never seen some shit like that. But I mean, we can talk about all the scenes. It's just one of the best arcs I've ever seen in anime. Just straight up, man. Beach, explain to me.
So I know than both of y'all, and I mean,
go ahead.
There's no disrespect.
Yeah,
it's
no.
obviously high.
I mean, number 2 for me is the Chimera Ant arc.
Yeah.
Obviously one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I just thought it was a little drawn out a little bit. Like
pacing.
I thought there were, I thought
valid.
the pacing was a little
valid.
Yeah,
valid reason.
It's like I had parts where I was just like, "Fuck!" Like that episode just really didn't.
It was like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
5 seconds went by or something.
Yeah, and just like I mean, obviously, it's not just like me saying this, but like it's renowned in the anime community.
Yeah.
Like everyone is like Chimera Ant arc, and like a lot of people have some like strong opinions about it.
Yeah.
I don't really have that strong of an opinion about it because like I love it, I really do, but I just think it's like I don't know. I think there's an arc that's slightly better.
Sure.
I think the pacing is more on point, and
I might as well. You should just go ahead and lead into your number 1.
I mean, my number 1 is the York New arc.
Yeah.
I mean, concise. Every episode of that arc was like a banger to me, and I was so curious about the Phantom Troupe this entire time, and like we finally got like just like a piece of it, and I think it was like brief enough that it left me wanting more.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that I admire about it, because at the end of the Ant arc, I was just kind of like, all right, like, it's like that's like it's like a clean ending. It's like I've seen what I need to see of that. I think
another arc that throws you for the loop too. I'm pretty sure that
Definitely.
Also ends by talking it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a prisoner exchange. That's all it was.
Talk no jutsu, huh?
It's just I don't know. I just never seen it done to that extent.
Yeah.
You know?
And
So
like the fights, it's like you said, the music, just it's like I don't know, that arc had just like an atmosphere about it that I was like, I don't know what the fuck's about to go down, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. And I felt that in the Ant arc as well, but I felt it more so in the York New arc. And let's not forget, Kurapika showed up to his fight with Uvo with a shovel.
he already fucking knew.
He didn't. He used it to bury this man.
He told him before the fight, I don't want to kill you here. Let's go to a desert.
Yeah, like I don't
Like-
want to mess this place
Yeah,
up.
let's not make it mess.
Yeah.
I had to rewatch that episode like right after finishing.
Yeah.
Bodied this dude. His Nen abilities were specifically to fuck up the Phantom Troupe. That is commitment, my
That
dude.
is.
He's like, if
That is.
it's like I'll die. If, like,
Yeah,
it's like if I don't use this shit right, or like against like a non-troop member, like
Yeah.
I'll take it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But my whole life's purpose is to like
To take you motherfuckers
fuck the
out.
game up.
Fuck the game up.
And so, dog. Yeah, no, that's when like I was like, Kurapika
You
nice
that
with
dude.
it.
goat status.
Well then for us, I guess we gotta
Yeah,
talk about
no.
our number 1, man.
Number 1, Chimera Ant arc.
Chimera Ant arc.
I mean, I can just start from the beginning. I remember the fact that the stakes felt so much higher. Like, everything was like, ooh, kid. I'm not saying it was kid friendly or there wasn't any stakes before,
Yeah.
but the same thing we talked about, Ponzu dying gruesomely. Like, everybody who's meeting them, there was no like, I'm gonna take you back. Like, we saw
Yeah.
Kite die. I love the idea, the biology behind the ants.
Yeah.
I loved that, and it kind of influenced their personalities and how that kind of fucks them up as ants
Yeah.
in the whole sense. I loved that whole idea. I do think when someone brings it up, or the narration or that's like I'm okay with that being false. But I know he was trying to make literally the best arc of all time. That was his goal.
Yeah.
I want to make the best arc ever. And I think it kind of restricted him a little bit because it's so hard to do so many things.
Yeah.
But my favorite arc is probably a top 3 of all time for me. And that ending just broke me up. I can't even go anymore after that. That ending ruined me.
Yeah. The Chimera Ant arc is like the Mona Lisa to me. Like, and I will never force somebody to see the art that I see into it. But it's just is a beautiful, like, as many shonens I've ever seen, I've never seen something like that before. Where, again, Tagashi's whole style is to take whatever you're expecting, the cliche, and then go opposite direction. And he fucking does it again in, like, a crazy fucking fashion here. I've never seen a main character, fucking Naruto, Ichigo, Luffy, I've never seen any of them been capable of threatening to murder a little girl to get his way. And then being, like, serious about it. Like, there's no character's been driven to that point, being innocent of, like, I'll fucking kill you if it means I'll get my fucking way.
It was
here.
a crazy switch.
You know what I mean? And then for the antagonist to go from the most despicable motherfucker on the planet and then go opposite to fucking having Netero being like, dude, what do I have to say to get you to even fight me? Because Meryl's like, I don't even want to fight, man. I'm good. Like, I think we'll be fine. He's just like, all right, I'll tell you your name. Is that going to work? You know what I mean? Never has an antagonist. Does Frieza need to talk for that? No. Bro, I've never seen an antagonist do this in my life. Madara, no. He's straight scrap, off the cut. But, like, my thing is, I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on, dog.
My bad.
I'm going to forget.
Yeah, it's the flexibility of it all.
I think it's so incredibly beautiful. The Meruem's character development from power is everything, strength is everything. Yeah. You disobey me, I can swing my tail, your head comes off.
By the way, congratulations for surviving that.
Oh, yeah.
I meant to kill you.
Yeah, I meant to kill you, you did. You are pretty strong. No, but because he then understands, like, I may think I'm the strongest creature on this planet. Yeah. But I cannot beat this blind, frail little girl in a board game.
At her game, yeah.
This is her game. I'm getting just embarrassed out here.
Yeah. Mind you, he's beaten all other masters of their games within, a couple tries?
And then he's like, fuck. Him understanding value, like, is different. Like, I'm the peak in fighting. This person's the peak at this. And I can't even touch them at that.
Yeah. And to find the importance in species because of it. To be like, shit, there's so many skills I probably don't even know about that I'm not the best at, that really everybody has value. It doesn't matter that I'm stronger than you. I may need those people. And that's fucking, oh my God. It was just like one of the best written things. And I agree with you. The pacing is off on certain episodes. Fucking Suspicious Wolf. He annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah, some of those I had to.
That's exactly.
I had to.
He was like, Just around the corner.
I had to fast forward a bit because I was like, I know this, I've seen this, I understand this. Let me update this about 9 minutes.
It's like, I think the best arcs. There's no such thing as like a perfect arc, right? Yeah. There's lows, there's highs, but I think the arc that does the most and the highest highs was Chimera for me. Just haven't seen it or moment when Killua's Godspeed. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. I wasn't ready for that. I mean, it's the greatest things. The fight between Netero and Meruem. Great.
Unreal.
I mean, like, there's just a lot of high highs to that show, or at least to that arc that made me, But that's why it's special to me. But we got to wrap it up, boys. Out of 10, we got to give this series a rating out of 10. Where would you put Hunter x Hunter? Oh man, we gotta think.
If I'm,
this is a 9.8 for me out of 10. This thing is excellent.
I wasn't
across the board.
I was gonna say I don't want to give it 10. I want to give.
There's
it 10s.
No perfect show.
I was gonna give 9.5. It's actually the anime I've started a lot of people on. Like, if someone's gonna watch anime, what to be interested in? Yeah. And it's different for different people. Like when I gave Hunter x Hunter to a friend, he's like he's a psychology philosophy teacher. Yeah. And I was like, I feel like this would be perfect.
Oh, they love it. Yeah.
And then he went to all the anime after that. Mm-hmm. But he was like, I could make, because he could make a class and they gave him a check. Do we want to do with it? And he was like, I could easily make a semester class on Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
He's like, I can make it purely on the Chimera arc if I wanted to, but I could do it purely on Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't you tell me a year ago? Because then I could have gone to that class.
Wild.
But that,
Yeah.
is 9.5 for me, minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say at least like a 9.25, 9.5, somewhere in that region, just because.
Because my biggest respect to it is every other shonen at some point ass pull or godlike powers. Even though Gon got there for a second, it was there's minimal ass pulls, and I respect that.
I agree because it felt ass pulley, but they did explain it multiple times that you can give away shit to become strong. So it was up there. I think a big one for me is that 148 episodes, no filler. No filler except for 2 letters to Mitos.
Recap episodes.
Everything was canon. I've never seen that long of an anime not have filler arcs, bro. That's excellent.
Did the original 90s have filler?
It did.
Okay.
It did. That's where it kind of messed around. I think it stopped at the Greed Island arc, as a matter of fact. It was just taking too long.
The whole thing stopped at the Greed Island arc? Damn.
But yeah, anybody out there, rate your arcs. Tell me who the hell would win between the Phantom Troupe and the Royal Guards. I gotta know in the comments. But this time, we got TikTok, we got Instagram, we got YouTube. Follow us there, give us your comments, and as always, Jana.